In this video, we'll be talking about the 3 skills that I wish I've learned years ago. And these are the same skills that I wish our children can start learning right now. My name is Piolo Ntuka and welcome to Light Youth Academy. And let's dive straight to it. This is something that is really close to my heart to say. What are the skills that they can start learning while they are still in school, or even after, even beyond matric, and even while they are in college, or maybe at the university level. Okay, the very first skill here is the skill of persuasion and communication. Very important, but that we encourage our children to learn the power of communication, how to communicate well, because communication, and persuasion are the two things that are very important. Because if you communicate with the intention of persuading somebody to act positively, because remember, persuasion can serve negatively or positively, but in this case we learn, we teach them, and we make sure that they learn the skills of persuading, but in a positive way. In other words, to help other people to take action, to persuade other people to take a positive action. So very important, because persuasion is nothing but the art of getting people to say yes, not just in business or maybe for sales purposes, but it is essential in every aspect of life. Sometimes let's say, for instance, something like negotiating, maybe even in your job. Let's say you want a raise, or maybe you want somebody, maybe your workers, your colleagues, to help you with something. The power of persuasion, the power of communicating well, can be able to help you, can serve in your advantage if you are able to communicate well. I wish I also had this an opportunity to learn the skill of persuasion. Even right now, it's something that I'm still struggling with. So that's something that I wish Banabakuna are to them, because it's very important. Even for simple things like in your relationship, sometimes you have an argument with your spouse, or maybe with your partner, or even your friend. Maybe you want to persuade your friend to do something positive, and you realize that maybe they are not interested, or maybe they've got some other issues, and you feel like this thing is going to help them. So the power of persuasion is very important. That skill, very important. Communication is not just about words, but the combination of words and the combination of the vocabulary, or set of words that you can say, or you can produce, so that you can persuade people to act in a positive way. So that's skill number 1, skill of persuasion and communication. Very important. Skill number 2 is financial literacy for wealth creation. This is something that I wish can be introduced to schools, so that even if our children, even if they don't get a job, or maybe if things, because you cannot predict what will happen beyond matric, beyond grade 12, but they've got the skill of building wealth. I'm talking about managing money, I'm talking about investing, I'm talking about stuff like building wealth. These are the things that are not being touched, or maybe are not being touched in curriculum. Maybe if you've done accounting, perhaps you'll have obviously the basics of liabilities, assets, balance sheet, all those type of things. But these are the things that are very important, that I wish I've learned them earlier on in my life, because otherwise we make a lot of mistakes around our finances, So, but this is something that I wish we can start taking serious, to to start learning how to manage money. Very simply, like budgeting. Budgeting is very important. Saving money, there's a lot of others, because otherwise we make a lot of mistakes. We sometimes see Banabarona, who are very successful, but then when you look at some of things by the exams, and you start wondering, I wonder now the investment did sharp and all other things. But here there are financial people who are qualified, who knows. I'm actually not. This is not my area of expertise, but if you can get somebody who is qualified in terms of giving financial advice, then probably you can consider that. But that is a skill that I think I wish I could have learned earlier on. And then Also, this is something that I wish for my children as well, so that they can learn the skill. And then skill number 3 is digital entrepreneurship. Digital entrepreneurship, because with the rise of digital economy, knowing how to sell your skill, how to turn your skill into a product, and then turning that product into money, it's something that is becoming very, very serious, in today's economy, in our lives. And then how to monetize online platforms, and creating those information products, those products, creating those products and services that change other people's lives. Very, very important. That on its own can unlock unlimited potential of earning money, your earning potential. Very, very important. So the last part here in closing, these are the 3 skills. Okay, these are the 3 skills that I think I wish I could have learned them earlier in my life. And I also wish we could start teaching our children these 3 skills, because I think they can. These are skills that has got the potential to take them from from point A to point B and progress in their lives. And yes, but those are the 3 skills that I wish I could have learned years ago, and these are my wish for our children. These are the same skills that I wish the first one being the skill of persuasion and communication, second financial literacy for wealth creation, and digital entrepreneurship. Thank you very much for watching this video up to this point. Maybe you can just imagine how different life could be if you've learned maybe one, or if somebody taught you one of these skills earlier on. But the good news is it's never late. You can always learn. I'm also learning the very first skill, the power of persuasion and communication, because we come from the era of Bantu education, where we started to speak English somewhere we must stand the reader, so we struggled a lot. But the learning never ends. We must continue to learn so that we can become better at developing those skills. We can become the better version of ourselves by developing those skills. All right? Yeah. And then if you can just put a comment below, which skill are you planning to start learning first, or are you gonna start developing first, from those 3 skills that I spoke about. Okay, and then of course let's grow together with our children, and I hope this video gave you some value. Until I see you on another video, bye bye.